Are you thinking of becoming an international USRN and practicing your nursing skill in the United States? If you are, then one of the major requirements to realize that dream is passing the Nclex exam. In this video, I will give you 8 tips to help you prepare, study, and pass Nclex. Being a foreign educated nurse, Nclex can be challenging. Thus, in this video, these tips will help you to ensure your preparation is less challenging and pass on first attempt or on retake. Before we get into this video, if this is your first time here, please do subscribe. Remember to hit the like button, do share, and give us a thumbs up to let us know you are enjoying or you're liking the content. And do not forget to watch the video to the end for the usual bonus tip. So let's get into the video. The first tip, you need to understand the Nclex exam and what it entails. Nclex is a computer adaptive test, meaning the questions are computer generated and are administered in relation to your response. That means if you answer the question right, the next question will be slightly harder, and if you answer the question wrong, the next question will be slightly easier. And you might be sitting 10 of you in the same room or in the same exam room, and the exams are not identical. Everybody is doing different questions. You also need to understand the exam setup and the passing rates. You need to understand the type of questions. For example, they have multiple answer questions, they have drag and drop, they have select all or apply, among many more. Just Google the NCBN, that is National Council Licensure Examination, and read more about the nursing Nclex exam. The second tip, you need to recognize your learning style. We are all different when it comes to how we learn. Some of us learn more by listening, others are visual learners, others prefer discussion groups, while others prefer self-studies, and others, like me, prefer a combination of learning styles. You need to know what your preference is, as this will help you to know what type of reading materials are necessary for you to purchase. This brings me to the third tip. Tip number 3, invest. You need to invest on reading materials. Remember, the tip number 2 was knowing your learning styles. The reason why that is important is because it will help you to invest on the right preparation material. There are so many companies producing Nclex studying materials. Take your time to evaluate what your needs are and look into reviews on how useful the materials have been by those who purchased them before you did, so that you purchase what you need. You don't have to purchase a lot of materials that you won't use. That means you'll be wasting resources, and that is money as a resource. So please understand your learning preference, know what you want, evaluate the studying material, read reviews, and invest on the right reading material. The fourth tip, have a plan. Most foreign educated nurses preparing for Nclex are all the time, if I'm not wrong, working full-time. Some have families, some are full-time parents or are parenting and juggling. Like, there's a lot going on. This makes reading challenging. You will need to get out of that comfort and create time to read. You have to block your study times and have an objective on what needs to be achieved with every reading or studying session. Let's say you have Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to read. You need to know on Monday, I'll be covering this, and this at this, and this time. On Tuesday, you'll have a plan. On Wednesday, you'll have, or on Thursday, wherever dates, you need to have a plan. This is because not having a plan is a plan to fail, right? Fifth tip, or tip number 5, read to understand the concept. Nclex test your knowledge gained over time, your nursing school. Thus, you need to use an holistic approach when studying. Read to understand rather than cramming, especially when you're doing the question and answers. Understand the concept. Just in case this question is paraphrased, you are able to connect the concept and apply it. Not that when it is paraphrased, you just have no idea on what is going on. The sixth tip, do not draw your reasoning from your clinical or work experience. Don't be hasty, just listen. Nclex Exam is a researched, evidence-based practice with no real-world constraints. It is book-oriented. That means you have enough staff, you have enough facility, you have enough time. Like everything is perfect and to the standard. Therefore, it is important to understand that when studying or even taking this test, the right answer is always the textbook answer and not what you observed or what you've been practicing. Whether you've applied it, wherever it is, keep it aside. You will use it in your nursing practice because, honestly speaking, we don't have enough nurses. That's why actually the United States of America is needing help from international nurses or foreign educated nurses. So it's not perfect. But when it comes to Nclex, perfection. Tip number 7, very important, stress management. Preparing for exam can be a stress trigger, or at least for me it is, like it throws me off. As an international nurse, this can be stressful in that you're working full-time and you still need time to read. Finances are involved. You need to invest on preparation materials. For those taking Nclex where we don't have test centers like in Kenya, you have to fly outside the country. That means you need flight tickets, you need money for accommodation, how you're going to survive, like it's involving. And not forgetting you're a human, you're probably going through personal stress. Or personal stress. The only thing I know, you need to find a balance and to help you prepare adequately. Different ways of managing stress. Some people talk to families. Involve your family. Tell them I'm reading for this stress. People manage stress differently. Some people write it down, that is the journal. Some people talk to their family. If you're married, approach your husband. Tell him you will need his support, because you will. If you are married, tell your partner you'll need their support. Work together as a team to help you prepare for this exam, because everybody wants to do this exam once and pass. Here is the bonus point. This is just going to be point number 8. Believe in yourself. Self-doubt equals failure. You have to affirm on a daily basis that you can do it and you're in it to pass. Because this is your first step in your journey to becoming international USRN. Talking about stress. Choosing the right nursing recruiting agency to work with can be really stressful. There are a ton of nursing agencies. That's why I created top 10 best nursing agency recruiting international nurses to the United States of America. I have a link up here between these corners. Please click it and watch it. It will really help you make the decision less stressful on which agency best suits your needs.